Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Casual Mode. My name is Brian Vitale, but I am not driving here today. We actually have Josh Torres at the wheel, and he's going to be showing us Loop Hero.
Hey everyone, I write for the site, for RPG site. My name is Josh Torres, and it seems like the big game of the month out of nowhere is this Loop Hero game, published by Devolver Digital and made by Four Quarters, I want to say. That's the name of the development studio. And it's a really cool, unique game, but it's difficult to tell it with words how it actually operates. So I'm really excited to really share this around, and everyone sees it. It's like, oh, okay, we get it. So we're here at the title screen, and I just want to show off that it's really cool off the bat that like they have like 3 different font options that, because their default font is their pixel font. So it's kind of like a medieval style font. But then you have high-res fonts and dyslexia-friendly fonts, they look pretty nice too. I like the dyslexia-friendly font as well.
So if you've listened to any recent episode of our TetraCast, Josh was actually talking about this game at length, and it's kind of normally not the sort of game we normally cover. But when we were talking about it, Josh was actually like, "I wish I could like have a video podcast so I could have a visual aid about what we're doing." And we're like, you know what? Why don't we do a video over it? So let's not dawdle on the title screen too long, and let's get started and just go in the deep end and see.
Right. So okay. So this is my at the beginning of the game. The whole premise of the game is that something kind of covered the world in darkness. So that's why you see all this. Everything's pitch black. It is kind of like my home fort, my camping site. I don't want to dwell too much on the camping site for right now. We're gonna loop back around to this. I just want to show you guys what a run of this looks like first, and then it'll make sense after the run what this campsite means in relation to that. So let's start an expedition. I do have other classes unlocked, but we'll start with the warrior first, and because that's the one that you normally start the game with. And I've already beaten the first boss, and we'll go to the second stage, and that's where I'm at for right now.
So when you say run, is this a roguelike?
It is a roguelike. As you see at the very beginning, I really don't have anything on me. One of the facilities I built back at the campsite was a blacksmith, one of the very early ones, and that gives me right away some starting equipment. So I'll equip this, and everything that you see right now we're on planning mode. This is adventure mode where it's in motion, and then you can pretty much pause at will to do your preparations. Everything is automated in the actual game itself. So once I go back to adventure mode, everything is being done automatically, even
so
battles.
It's like reverse tower defense.
Almost. So as you see here, sometimes enemies can drop either equipment or cards. Right now I have no use for this card, but we'll get into that later once I have a good spot to put that on. And that's good. So now that enemy slime dropped these 2 cards, a meadow, another meadow, and vampire mention. So part of this game, a good chunk of this game, is understanding, of course, what all these different cards mean. It's a deck builder, at the same time a roguelike, at the same time this weird automated RPG that you're micromanaging. Part of the way you play this game is configuring how you want your loops to go, in the sense that what kind of monsters you want to spawn and when, because obviously more powerful monsters gives you better equipment, and then gives you more experience. And experience is something you don't normally start the game with. You have to build a facility back at the campsite to even unlock this experience meter underneath my health. So right now, this vampire mansion will spawn vampires for any mobs that I encounter in its vicinity, and it's all. So you'll see those light blue highlighted tiles. If I place this here and run into each of those slimes, a vampire will spawn in each of those battles.
Wait, so is it a friendly vampire or an enemy vampire?
No, it's an enemy vampire.
Why would you want to summon it?
Because you get better things out of it. You're willingly willing to. So I'm gonna put it here. Actually, I'll put it here. Yes, and then now, since it's right here out in the open, I can actually place these 2 meadows right by it. And these 2 meadows, what they do is, as you can see, there's a little tooltip down there in the blooming meadow. you'll see that the main thing it does is it heals 3 HP at the start of each day, and what that means is there's like a day-night system in this game. Actually, just a day system, where at the upper left corner here, you see this day progress, and then you'll see that it's almost up. Once this fills, it'll roll over to the next day, and that's when this metal card will come into effect, where that day is over. The start of each day, you get 3 HP.
Does the metal's position matter?
Yes, it does. As you see here, I put it right by the mansion to gain resources, and I'll put down another one here and check what happens. So I'll place it adjacent to this vampire mansion, and you'll see that I gain resources. And these are just very small resources right now, but you're basically accruing resources to bring back to your campsite, and that can be used for crafting, for building things, and whatnot. So I know it's already a lot to explain, and we've barely taken a few steps, but that's kind of the game, right? Like to understand what's happening, you have to understand like the foundation first.
And like, for example, one of the things you built with the resources you got was the gymnasium, and that's what allowed you to even have an experience bar.
Yes.
Love the way your character moves like a waddle on the main map.
It's really good.
I don't know how you would have tried to describe this without visual aid. Like, I'm watching and I'm like, I kind of get it.
Yeah, so let's see. Right now, the rock I put on the side there, that'll make sense later. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
it. The battlefield I put here, that'll make sense later. The grove here is the grove here is similar to the vampire mansion, where if I place it down, it'll actually spot an enemy, a certain enemy, every so amount of days. So this one has like a 5% chance of spotting a slime once a day. So I'll put it here in front of the vampire mansion. So and we're at the basic warrior class right now too.
So I'm guessing slimes are like basically easy enemies to just get your material and deck ramp started.
Yes. And you'll see here, like with the warrior.
Oh, that's your vampire, right?
Yep, there's the vampire.
What's that in the bottom?
The vampire doctor ring.
A swarm of bats. Yep. That's not great. Okay, we got a lot of stuff here. And you'll see here, the warrior only has a certain amount of equipment slots that it can use. And what I found out just, last night as I was playing the game, that as you unlock new classes, they'll have different a different allotment of slots, allotted to them. So not everyone can have the full allotment of equipment slots offered to them. It depends on their class. So let's see here. We have a ring. This is good, and this the game does has a nice HUD where you can see like the stats of like which equipment you want to equip and whatnot. It's like right up front. It's just a hover. We can easy compare and contrast on that. So let's do that. Let's we'll equip that, and we'll place these mountains over here.
Still don't worry about it.
Yeah, like right now, what I'm doing for these is you'll see that in their tooltips it says +6 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. So I'm trying to get them in a certain formation, and something will happen once that formation is made. So for right now, I'm just putting them by each other to raise my maximum HP value. Wheat fields, don't worry about that for right now. Ruins are like another card that can spawn an enemy. We'll put it here. And okay.
So the battle encounters are all stat based. There's no input there from you, right?
Yes, correct. Okay, so we made a successful loop. So things can happen if you want them to on each loop. You see that this campfire tile is kind of like the home tile. This is the first tile that I sprung off of. Every time you make a loop, you'll heal a certain amount of your HP, and you can also retreat back to the camp. And what this does, if you retreat back at the camp while you're still at the campsite tile, is you can keep 100% of your resources. Like you're good, you're all good to go. You got what you needed, and you get out of here with everything that you collected. Now, if you can still retreat when you're not on the campfire tile, but you'll get a penalty. So if I were to not retreat at this campfire tile, I can only come back with 60% of the resources. Or if I die in battle, I can only come back with like 30% of the resources I gain, which is the risk reward aspect to it of like.
So there might be a time where you have to like cut your losses, where you're like, yes,
I don't think I can
60,
make it back to the camp, sort of thing.
Yeah, 60 is not ideal, but it's better than 30, so I'm going to bail out now.
And now that we've crossed this camp, this tile matters, this battlefield camp that I put down earlier, because for every time I circle around, like a chest will spawn from it. And this chest will often have something pretty good. Depends. So, yes, that is good. And then you'll have all these stats with you, right? Like your classic RPG dungeon crawler stats of like, hey, regen per second, vampirism, every time you hit something, you'll gain some health back, evasion, etc., etc. Okay, so I think that covers the foundation of how this game is played
We've
right
done
now.
it.
That's right.
How many loops have you done?
My max, man, I maybe 15. I forgot how many loops you needed for the first boss. I've got into the. That actually reminds me. The main objective of doing these loops is over and over is you're trying to get this second meter underneath the day progress meter to fill up, because once you filled all the way up, the boss of that region will spawn. So you're trying to last that long and make sure you're geared up enough to go up against that boss and reach it and then survive it and come out victorious.
Are days and loops aligned or no? Like
yes. There is a certain go for it.
There is no. I'm guessing there isn't, because it says you're just at the start of the day, but you're halfway through a loop, so they're not aligned.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant like do they run on timer? It's like there's like a correlation between them, but I haven't really.
So, say if you were just letting it loop and you weren't interacting with it, how far do you think you could get? Like if you weren't placing stuff and you weren't.
Oh, you'd probably die with a third or fourth loop.
Oh, okay. That would be how I'd go, I think.
So do the enemies like scale up just on their own?
Yes. Every time you make a loop, the enemies will get tougher. So we're like on loop 2 now, and it says enemy level 2.
So you basically want to progress with your card placement, with your gear pickups faster than the enemies scale up.
Yes. Okay, so now here we have this village that we can place down over here. Oh, let's put it down over here. So now this village tile, every time I pass over that, I get it heals me for 25 HP. And when I enter it, it'll give me a quest, and you'll see that once I pass through it on the next loop. These wheat fields card I can now place down, and that'll buff the amount of HP it gives me back. And then this grove card here.
This is a bit weird, but another RPG that had a similar-ish system with like placing, I don't know, we could just call it buildings or tiles down, was the Kingdom Management mode in Pathfinder Kingmaker, where it was like you get a bonus if you place the smithy next to the tavern, next to the well or whatever. So it kind of reminds me a bit of that. Of course, some people argue that part of the game was not needed, but...
Okay.
Wait, is that an enemy treasure chest?
Yes. Okay, so we're almost done with our rock formation here. Actually, we can get it done right now. Finish your thought, Adam?
There are regular treasure chests, and then there's mimics, right?
Yes. Okay.
So like some treasure chests will appear in battle, but they're just a chest.
Okay, so now the whole reason I was trying to put build this in the beginning was to complete this, and now it gives me a lot of resources. I built the mountain peak, so now it gives me like a pretty good boost to my maximum HP, and it also has a chance of, or it spawns a harpy every 2 days. So now by doing this, I introduce a new enemy type in this loop.
I like the style as well. It's like simplistic when it zooms in on stuff like that, like actual battles. It looks pretty cool.
Okay, so this has a random chance of dropping, but like these are artifacts that we can use back at base, and I'll get into that. But if we are able to escape safely, I'll try to escape safely this run.
When you get your shit picked in.
No. No. No,
Please,
don't touch that. Okay.
The music.
now-
as well.
Yeah, so now you see that after I passed that, I got healed. You'll see that there's an enemy slime that has like a crown icon near the middle now, and that'll be like a harder version of that slime. But it has a chance of dropping something better as well. And yes, the music is lovely. I really like the music in this game.
Oh, he doesn't have the crown here. I'm sad. I wanted to see like a
I know.
royal crown. Like Dragon
Yeah, here
Quest
we go.
King Slime.
Okay, quest done. Did it give me anything good? No. Actually, I'm gonna start putting down some meadow cards so I don't dawdle on them. Like, I'm waiting for a specific card to like make the most out of these right now, but nothing's really. Actually, I can put it 2 down here. There we go. And by no means am I like an expert on the game or anything. So any viewers who are like, "No, that's not optimal placement," it's like, I look, I'm just learning this all
Oh yeah,
along the way
you
too.
played this. You played this for what, like 5 hours?
I don't remember these enemies.
Wait, Adam, have you played it as well?
I was watching him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
now
he
we
was like
got-
giving a lecture, and Adam was like taking notes.
so we got our first quote unquote level up. Every time you fill that experience meter, you have a chance. You can learn up to like a new trait, and you select 1 out of 3. So let's see what we have here.
And I assume these are randomized.
Yes, these are randomized. So I'll go with this Omicron's technique. Gives me a 1 resurrection charge, so I can revive if I mess up. Let's see. This is better. Better. This is attack speed. Gen. I'll take it. And then this Road Lantern card, basically, if you place it with enemies adjacent to tiles where enemies spawn, it'll reduce the amount of enemies that can spawn in that tile. Essentially, like the maximum amount of enemies that can spawn in there. We have another village that can place here. So now, every time you place something, there's a chance that there could be like a consequence to it. So if you place down a second village, every time a bandit camp will spawn.
Yeah, I saw
buy
that.
it.
I was like, wasn't sure what it was when I saw that show up.
Put this here. Put this here. That's all I can really do.
What is that meter below your EXP meter?
Which one? This one?
Yeah. Oh, that's your health.
Yeah, this is my health. This is my health. This is my experience right here.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
Okay. So this is a handy card over here. This is the treasury. Treasury is anytime I place down a card, buy it, I get a resource. But if I surround it, I get really good stuff out of it. I'm basically cashing out. So I'm gonna try to surround it now. I'll save this metal card. And there's also a chance that every time, as you expand like your geography, like with rocks and mountains and whatnot, like a goblin camp may spawn as well, similar to like the bandit camp. It is a very dense game to explain up front.
You did like
Yeah.
a really good job though, like genuinely.
Yeah, this is the type of game where I'm not sure if it'll ever like. I could see it maybe working on like a tablet, but I don't know if you could ever get it working on consoles, like maybe Switch.
Oh yeah, Switch would be pretty cool.
We'll do this here.
But like by and large, the reception I've seen so far is like everyone seems really, really positive on this game, which is why I was so keen to check out today.
Well, sometimes these PC games kind of like are sneaky popular, where it's like, how do I say this? For our website, we had 2 sales news this week that we talked about on the TetraCast. It's 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which is a game we think pretty highly of, sold 400,000. And by the way, Loop Hero sold 500,000, just like within a week of coming out. It's just like, man, like, well, it helps obviously that it's, $15 or whatever, but sometimes a good word of mouth you need for a game that you can play on pretty much any PC. Low barrier of entry. Hard
I
game
would
to
call this
sell,
niche
though.
as well. Yeah, like I
Yes,
would call
for
this
certain.
very specifically to a certain audience. Like it's personally probably not for me, but like, you know, the fact it's sold that much and it is like it is, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, like it's hard to like Adam and I were talking about this, but it's hard to sell the appeal of this game with marketing alone. Like even if you watch like a gameplay video of this, without knowing the ins and outs, it's like I don't see the appeal off the bat.
It definitely
guy's
has
cool,
that roguelike, like carrot on a stick, like progression. There's always something you're improving, even if when you take home like your resources, even though you have to start over your next loop, you're improving your base, which improves your next chances at your next run. There's always that treadmill of progress you're making, and there's a good sense of like
that bandit actually stole a shield from me. If you guys saw, like I looked over and my shield was gone. Thanks, bandit. So that could really like that. That's also the scary part about bandit camps. It's just bandits can just take all your stuff in the middle of battle. So
But there also is this a good mix of like, obviously you're making decisions on like what to build and what to place and what to wear. But there's obviously quite a bit of randomness in terms of what shows up, what drops, so on. So
yeah, so you're always adapting on the fly of like, do I want to take my build this way or this way? What am I willing to give up if I'm going for a certain build? Like, am I willing to give up like regen? Am I willing to give up counter chance? So things are getting bad to where I'm about to head. Like the placements I did earlier in the loops, like they're now manifesting to a worrying degree.
I noticed you put a bunch in that lower left there, including like a bunch of monster spawning things. So it's like
So here's the where road lanterns come into play, where you see that it decreases the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles, and they can stack. So note. Note how many there are. There's 3 here and whatnot. So if I put this down, now I've limited the amount of spawns that can be there now, thanks to the lanterns. The quest failed was the one that it eliminated was the quest monster, which is fine. I'm not too worried about that. So there's still like there's even an element of like map building to this of like, okay, how do I want my next loop to go? What am I willing to really push through? Like, fortune favors the bold, but am I that? Am I feeling courageous?
Once you get to the next campsite, you're like, am I in a good enough state to do one more loop?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm about to pay out on this treasury earlier. Let's get this, all these resources, I get
your shield back, or a shield back.
Yeah, I got a shield back. That's no vampires. Do I want more?
Fortunately, it wasn't a great armor.
Yeah, we'll put vampires here.
On like a really base level, I'm really enjoying seeing like the map build itself out. Like, that just looks really cool.
Yeah, I have to be careful about where I place these ruins, right? Because these ruins can actually serve as reinforcements to adjacent tiles. So I have to make sure that I'm placing them by tiles where not a lot of enemies spawn in general. Like if I placed it by these, it would be bad news.
Wait, what's that you built at the top of your mountain range?
There's another treasury.
Another treasury. Yeah.
Yep. I'll put this here. And these Oblivion cards I'm saving these are basically cards that like they will eliminate anything on a tile. Like if I were to like put it on this tile, it would eliminate all these monsters. If I were to put it on this tile, it would eliminate the town.
So that's kind of like a get out of jail free for like, oh crap, there's something in the way of me in the campsite and I want to get out of here.
Right. There's actually a really useful thing about them that I learned in the last level, where when the boss spawns, it usually takes a while, so we'll probably not get there unless we're really having the god run. I'll probably retreat at this loop to show off other elements. But when the boss spawns, there are palaces by it where it spawns, and those palace structures actually buff it. So if you eliminate those structures, it'll actually weaken the boss.
Is that why the first time you met the boss, you lost?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't realize
And I was
that.
like, oh, yeah, I mean, me too. They didn't
So no,
actually mention it. I just hovered over the top. I'm like, oh.
You know what? You know what this game kind of reminds me of?
What's up?
The What Did I Do to Deserve This, My Lord PSP games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That Sony
I'm missing
developed,
some
and I guess
context.
basically it was a dungeon creator where the whole purpose was kind of the opposite of this, where this one you're supposed to like create a balance of like an escalating difficulty while also like making sure your hero gets stronger. But I guess it was originally called Badman, so I'm just going to call it Badman. The Badman series was more about like gradually making your base stronger and stronger to deal with stronger and stronger heroes trying to invade it.
Okay, so now that I decided, okay, there's probably I have a 50-50 chance of like finishing that next loop, looking at like the enemy spawns and whatnot. So I decided to call it quits on that run and get all the resources from that. So now here's where it loops back around, back to the other half of the game, the base building stuff. So there's this whole branching tree system that kind of looks like a skill system in an RPG where you're building facilities for this town. They all have different effects. The kit, some of them unlocks cards, some of them unlocks classes, some of them just gives you like new ways to interact with the game. So one of the facilities, I think it was Supply Depot. Yeah, Supply Depot.
As you mouse over the things, I'm just trying to like glean what I can from the tooltip in the upper right.
Yeah. So the Supply Depot, this is where the roguelike aspect comes in, where if you remember from, let's say stuff like Hades, stuff like Rogue Legacy, where there are like kind of like permanent items you can use to like help you through the game that like they're like passives or abilities where you'll always have them. This is where it manifests. Like you remember those artifacts that I was getting randomly throughout that run, like that exquisite mirror. This is where it all manifests. So like this cheese here, this cheese is actually pretty good, plus 1 HP after killing an enemy, and if I can really capitalize on that. But I have to give up my smoked ham, which gives me 5 HP at the start of each day, but I'll take that cheese.
So how do you unlock the slots?
I'm not sure exactly yet how to unlock the slots. It says what's that? Come on. Available item class. Oh, okay. Oh, it's just telling me how to unequip. But I don't know how to actually unlock these slots yet. I'm sure there's some facility that pertains to that.
But yeah, I was going to ask earlier, like, let's say I'm just really bad at the game. Do I always have something that makes me just ever so slightly stronger so that like I can eventually like balance things out and make my way through? And it seems like the answer is yes.
Yes.
So
yeah,
so for those that really like draw the line between roguelike and roguelite, some people say that distinction is pointless. Some people really think it's important.
So and then there's a crafting system in this game as well. So you can use some of your resources to craft new artifacts as well. You don't know what they're gonna make. You just see the components, and then if I hit craft, it would make something new. I don't know if I want to craft anything right now because these orange orbs are pretty valuable.
Yeah, you've only got a handful of them.
Yeah, and I really want this intel center, and I'm very close to it. So I'll hang on to there.
So the gray ones are the ones you haven't built.
Yes.
And then those resources to the right of it is basically their item cost. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm starting to get it. I'm an expert.
All right. So now we'll take an expedition. Actually, let's see. You can also upgrade your facilities too. So if I were to use plus 8% to campfire's healing power, which would buff that campfire tile every time I loop.
I'm guessing this is the manner at which you get those slots unlocked as well.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm making sure that the items that it's consuming here, it doesn't intersect. And if not, that I'm not willing to upgrade anything right now. I think it's I have a lot of logs. I have a lot of food. Yeah. Plus 10% to potion's healing effect. Plus, okay, that's good. I'll take it. So you have, every time you unlock something or you upgrade something, can see a little bit of the NPCs.
Well, actually, I do kind of like the artwork.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
those portraits. That's sick.
I'll let it brew for a bit. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. Now we're ready for our next expedition. We'll try the rogue next. And then this is where the deck building aspect comes too, where you can only have up to 12 cards with you, but you can set which cards you want to appear on that. So I can probably I can get rid of ruins, and well, what do you guys want? Do you want mosquitoes, skeletons, or spiders?
Wait, so back up. These are the cards that are possible to drop on a loop.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. And you can set that up to how you
And you're
like.
limited to.
You're limited to 12 in total, and I think how these categories work is you can only have like say for this one you only have up to 4 of these cards. You can only set up to 6 of these cards, so there is an upper limit to them, but obviously I don't have everything.
And there
activated.
might be some cases where having fewer, I don't know, varieties of cards is better, because then you're more likely to get what you want rather than just capping out at 12, because that's what your limit is. Sure, let's do the spider cocoon. I want to see what the spiders look like in this art style.
All right, spiders. I
Spider
think
content
we're-
warning.
Yes,
Spiders coming up.
there'll be spiders. So
Grounded all over again.
the rogue is a tricky class. So you'll see here you can equip some of warriors' equipment. Not the shield though. I can't use the shield. The shield slot is locked. It actually turns the what was previously the shield icon from the warrior into another weapon slot.
Wait, what's that to the right of your sword? Is that just a breastplate?
Yes.
All right.
So this is the thing that separates the rogue from the rest of the classes that I have is all the equipment drops that you get is put into this little gift satchel, and you only get those once you make a loop. So once I get back to the campfire town, it'll give me all the equipment that drop.
Wait, is your little avatar dude on the map like slightly different now, or is he the
Yes.
same? I like that. He's just different enough to be like, yeah, that's what a rogue would look like in
He's
this overhead.
got
view.
2 swords now.
Let's put this here. This here. Spiders. There's your spider. Spider.
Ugh.
Cute.
What?
Let's put,
So there's like a really stupid old YouTube video called like Brody Quest. I don't know if anyone is old enough to
Oh,
know
yeah.
what that is. And that's what I think of when I see that guy waddling with you, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know you're talking about, because I'm an old.
Oh, I can place the wheat fields down here too. That's right.
It definitely makes more and more sense, like, watching you do it. Like, at the start, I was like, oh my god, I've just hopped on to watch this and I'm too stupid to get this game. And I'm like,
guess
no,
the-
I think you
the one
get
thing
it.
I'm still confused about are like quests. Like I saw it appear above your head, new quests, but I don't know like where you read that or see that.
Every time you pass a town, it'll give you a new quest, and it'll mark either spawn a monster or mark an existing monster as the quest monster. It's just very basic. It's nothing really to the quest except go kill this monster, as far as I know so far.
But it's just another like resource thing where it's like here's another task and you'll get something for it. Adam, I guess, always has the mindset where like a key component of RPGs isn't story or characters or questing or whatever, it's resource management. And that seems like that's what this game has to
This is resource management.
I heard you want
simulator.
resource management, so we put resources in your resource. Well, what happened there?
So that's the key trademark feature of the rogue in this game is you only get the equipment that drops for monsters after you cross the loop. So you see that I was very low on drops overall until I crossed that part. So
So
this
it's
is
kind of
where
like an identification or something, where it's like you have a bunch of like unidentified equipment in your bags. You don't actually see what it is until you pass your campfire.
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
That's how it makes sense in my stupid brain.
Let's see. So this is where most of your management time would be for this class is at the campfire, because this is also where you determine, hey, with the drops that I got, should I retreat now or can I survive another loop?
What do you do with gear that you don't want?
They sit there until they disintegrate. There's no way to manually drop them, and if you replace anything else, so like I can. This is identical. But if I were to replace this with this, that just permanently gone. But they just sit there until they're.
They don't. You don't sell them or turn them into resources or anything.
No, not at this stage of the game that I'm at anyway. Oh man, that's a big HP increase, but I want that attack speed also. I'll do this for now. The rogue is a really tricky class that I haven't really cracked yet. It's a very high risk, high reward class. That you really need to have a good build going for this class early.
Fighters look more like cockroaches or something.
Let's see. I guess the nice thing about this class is it's not prone to getting things stolen, right? Because everything's in that little bag, so they can't really steal like equipment on you. Well, actually, they can because they can get it from the ones that you equip. Never mind. I was thinking, I was like, oh wait, is that a balancing thing? But like, no, they're still susceptible to that. Let's get some vampires there. Let's put a meadow there. Put this here. I'm saving the my favorite class for last.
But you had to unlock both the rogue and the surprise
Yeah.
last class. When you start, you only get warrior.
Yes. Okay. I think something gave me these boots along the way. So I'll take that. You know what? I'll take the max HP.
You know, I think my favorite thing so far is this music. Like, I really like this music. It's very like boppy. It's the sort of thing I'd put on to like just chill with.
Focus music.
Yeah, like writing music. It's pretty cool.
Oh wait, which is in that slot? No.
What's the maximum loop level? Is it unlimited or?
I have no idea. I mean, the maximum loop level would be up until the boss spawns. So like, I think the last one was like between 12 to 15. I think. I forget exactly. Ooh, the evasion chance is so good. I might take the evasion chance. I'll take this for that.
So those
Sorry if
stats at
I'm
the bottom there are no, it's no problem. I understand it. The stats at the bottom there is like combined all your equipment, so your total evasion or whatever.
Yes.
So it's 14%.
Yep. Yeah.
There
That's
was
just
one time he was going for an evasion build, and he had like 45% evasion, but he had like no defense. Like, please don't hit me.
It was painful. Like I haven't really quite figured out like what stats are like the ones you really want to go for, all the way. Yeah, so I've been experimenting here and there of like, okay, seems to be a good stat, but we'll do it right here. Grove. All right, cool. We can learn a new trait for the rogue.
Oh, are traits only valid for the loop you're in,
Yes.
or the not the loop you're in, but the expedition you're on?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. For one for each received trophy, that's pretty good actually, because the trophies are the things in here. So there's also a chance that you get a trait where you can just roll new traits. So we'll go with this one though. More spiders. Meadow. But this is barely a third loop, and I'm already scared for my rogue. It's like, oh, is she tanky enough? Can I make it? I don't know. Like it's just
what I'm looking at right now is you're heading towards this village, and I just see like 2 blue guys and 2 yellow guys. I'm like,
yeah, those bandits. Yes, because those blue guys are bandits, and they can steal my equipment. Hopefully.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Hopefully.
Oh, I just see a lot of red numbers coming out of you.
That's okay. We made it past there just fine. Man.
Go do more evasion tank style.
No, watch closely though.
And
Even
die
though-
if you don't get hit.
Yeah, look at my boots right now have an evasion bonus plus 10%. So if I were to actually equip this one, even though it shows that its evasion is 5%, it's actually less because of that evasion bonus on the other boots. So you have to be
I feel
aware
lied
of that.
to.
Yep, they can trick you like that.
Scarecrows are cute. No.
No, the scarecrow's hurt. Ow! Get away.
I think they're cute.
Fine, you think that, but I am anti-scarecrow in this game.
I do kind of think with all like roguelikes / roguelites, I think it's almost more interesting when you do fail though. Like some of my most memorable stories, games like Hades and Splunky, stuff like that, are when things just go catastrophically wrong. I think that's what makes the genre so fun. So I'm kind of hoping you lose in a horrible way.
So basically, we're going to keep going until we fight the boss, and then whatever happens, happens.
Let's see. I'll you know what? I'll take this penalty here. I've definitely had some very bad losses because especially with the next class I'm going to show you. Let's see if I can get like a really good run along the way with that class, because that's the class I feel like, yeah, I feel buff. I figured out this class. It's going well, and then I just die at the next encounter. Oh my gosh, this encounter's fine. This encounter hurts.
Yeah, the health that you get on hit or whatever, the vampirism, is really helping you a lot. I know that might be like really obvious, but
What does the brass candlestick
brass
do?
candlestick. What does that mean?
Hero's damage is increased by 5% when he is in a range of a road lantern or a beacon, which are these. Which is that could be okay if you build around it the right way. I can see that being useful.
Just put a bunch of those by the boss.
Hey, it's not a bad idea.
The only experience I have with roguelikes, really, I need to play Hades at some point, is out of all things, Final Fantasy X-2 Last Mission. Which I first played when that came over with the remaster. And that game actually has, like, if I remember right, if you have to restart, you don't keep anything unless you have like a specific item in your inventory. And I remember I was
it's a windfall once you finally get that item. Yep. Finally, they can.
Yeah, no, I remember I was like struggling along, like my party there or whatever was like limping, almost like at the brink of death and failing. One of the bosses halfway through was just an O2. Finally beat it. It dropped the item. I'm like, oh god, like that's the most relief I've ever had. Like playing a video game. It was like 20 hours to this point, or however long it was. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's weird because like I see all these other games like Hades in this game where you have like the progression systems, and I'm like maybe I'm a coward, but I'm like I'm glad that is there. That there's like a safety net for bad luck or whatever, or low skill or bad luck, depending on how generous you want to be.
See, I don't want. I was thinking about spawning a vampire mansion here, but then the vampire would join like the quest spider and all the other spiders. I'm like, never mind. Let's not do that.
So why are you saving the road lanterns?
Just in case things get really bad at a certain tile. I might actually use them soon. Oh no, I got through that. Okay, fine. Oh, this is gonna hurt though. I'm scared now. I'm scared.
Yeah, that health bar is kind of low.
Okay, let's what can I do here? Okay, scarecrows are really bad. We're gonna start stacking road lanterns up here and here. Like I'm almost to my health refill stations, but I need to survive these 3 spiders with 123 health.
I believe.
Oh, I didn't mean to put that there. It's okay. Let's see. Can I make it? Oh my. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we're really pushing the limit here. Oh my god, that hurt! What? Oh my gosh, this silver pen is gonna be so amazing. I'm about to die. Plus, -4 damage from all vampires, which is actually pretty good.
I just see like a huge swarm of scarecrows and shit.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
Not so cute now.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. No. Please. Okay.
Evade.
I'm dead.
Ooh.
Oh no.
So this is the penalty you get.
That was so close.
So along with all the resources that you get, you automatically have to forfeit all the artifacts that you picked up along the way too. So I have to give up the silver pendant and this brass candlestick along the way. So, that's rogue life right there. It's tough. So,
But I mean, at least you're not coming back empty-handed. It seems like it's like that. I like that.
okay, so now we can build the intel center, and you can place down the highlighted tiles. So you can choose where you want to build it. Let's put it right.
Are the
here.
numbers just like the level of that building?
Yes.
Oh, and your portrait changed that you're a rogue. That's cool.
Yep. Okay. Some key memories that drastically change everything. So everyone's still trying to get their bearings together of like what's happened to this world. Okay. How to get this together. Okay. All right. So okay, we unlocked the encyclopedia feature with that. So this is where you can go see what everything does that you've uncovered, and you'll see I guess you'll also see what you haven't uncovered.
Oh, this is cool. Like a bestiary?
Yeah, nice.
Click on the spider.
There you go.
Abilities. This is neat.
Blood clots. I hate blood clots. They're terrifying. But this is cool that they have like such a lot of like a lot to say about each monster.
Well, yeah, not only is it just like nuts and bolts, like here's what it does, here's what it gets you, but also like the flavor text at the bottom. It's cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I can't imagine I have anything. What does a library do? Unlock.
Oh, that makes sense that it's tied to the encyclopedia.
And you can unlock a river. Unlocks the river card. Okay.
Do it.
I
Oh, you
can't.
can't. Damn it.
I wish. Okay. Let's do another expedition, but with my favorite class.
All right, last one. With the best
The
class.
Necromancer.
I was thinking it'd be like wizard or something.
We actually got a lot of new cards too from that Intel Center. Let's see what we got. Desert. Lowers every creature's HP by 0.5%. What?
So that's like a
That
couple
seems-
points.
I guess if you can craft a big desert.
I guess. You can actually. That's crazy. Ancestral Crypt. Plus 3 HP for every enemy with a soul killed. Grants you 1 resurrection after hero's death. Oh, I can just turn that on. Okay, sure.
Wait, so
Creates
those
an
are like different types of cards?
I guess, or like special cards. Creates an additional item slot, lowers item quality by 15%. Oh, wow.
So trade off.
Yeah. Oh, you can only choose one or the other. Interesting. Okay, I'll take this. And I guess my cap has now been raised from 12 to 15. So let's get that in there. You know what? I'll give up Meadow. And let's do... Ooh, what do we want?
Chrono Crystal
Storm
sounds neat. Storm Temple also sounds neat.
Chrono Crystal is interesting, but I haven't really in my mind, it's you can like basically beef up tiles with a Chrono Crystal, because you're doubling their effect on days passing, so you can like kind of juice up some. Let's see, what do we want? Storm Temple. I've never tried Storm Temple. We're gonna turn that on. Beacons. I don't like that. Beacons basically just speed everything up, so your movement is accelerated, but 20% attack speeds accelerate for everyone there as well.
If you've got someplace to be, that's what you do.
Yeah. Cemetery. Let's do swamp, and I guess we'll do. We'll turn on cemetery. Yeah. All right. Let's see how this goes. This is the run, guys. This is the run. So Necromancer is really cool. But I guess first off, it's fun to note that you cannot equip any of the warriors' things. So your starting gear that you get, nil. Oh, what does? Oh, is it just? Oh, you can place it down. Moves HP bonus from armor.
Grants you 1 resurrection. That seems nice.
+3 for every enemy killed with a soul, though.
I'm guessing that's only bandits that we've seen so far.
Yeah, slimes have a soul too, I believe.
Okay.
I think that's the case. Oh no,
Soul core or something? I don't know.
No, this is artificial. All right, so
wait for the skeleton. Oh, that's yours. It's your friend.
Yep, Necromancer doesn't fight directly. Necromancer summons.
So does that resurrection like apply for anywhere in the loop, or is it only if you're close to that location?
Anywhere in the loop. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's really neat.
The nice thing about Necromancer also is that the necklace slots, the amulet slots, gives you a stat called Magic HP, and they're basically like energy shields, like in Halo or something. Sand dunes. Let's do. Yeah. Okay. I'm like already thinking about where I'm gonna place it down. I'm scared. I'm like introducing all these X factors into this run already. I'm like, I don't even know what this does.
That makes it so much more interesting, I think.
It's true.
Like already in the 2 loops that you've done, I see like a lot of similarity stuff, but then this loop already feels like a lot different.
Evasion, do I want evasion? Not right now. Dunes. Oh, these dunes don't give me any resource. Only meadows did. Okay. This will be interesting, though.
Can he summon different types of skeletons?
Yes, you can. There is a stat called Summon Quality for Necromancer that I haven't run into yet. And the higher the summon quality, that means the higher the chance you get to summon better minions.
That's cool.
And you can also raise the max amount of summons you can have too. Right now it's 2, but there are some equipment that gives you like another skeleton, or there's even a trait that lets you get have permanently one more skeleton. I like the way the Necromancer moves around and just kind of waddling around.
I think my favorite's the Rogue, though.
The Rogue's pretty good. So there you go, max skeleton +1. Thank you. Cemetery. Yeah. We'll do that. So it's kind of by design. The game starts out slow, where earlier loops it takes a while to ramp up, as you guys see. So right now it's just a lot of kind of waiting to pass the time. You can select like the speed of the game, so this game can even like run slower. So like you can just turn it to 1, it'll be like that.
Oh,
like,
jeez.
Oh wow.
It's like whenever you play any of those RPGs with the fast forward feature, like PC ports of Final Fantasy or like Kiseki games, then you go back to the normal speed and you're like, how did I ever play at this speed?
I wonder if I build a sand dune surrounded by, if I make a square for or a 3x3 formation, if that'll affect anything. I
Yeah,
have
I'm
no
wondering if
idea.
you can make like a big desert or whatever and it'll lower their HP by a non-negligible amount.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So how did you learn about the mountain formation? Is it just a 3x3 of mountains, or is it a specific configuration of mountains and rocks?
I did it by chance. It's everything I've learned. I haven't looked up any guide, anything like that. Everything I've told you guys about this game, I learned on my own. So it was a lot of
Yeah, I feel like
Trial and error.
you would lose something if you just said like, oh, look at this efficient strategy that if you just do this, everything makes a lot more sense or is a lot easier.
I should try the thing that Adam and I found out about this game a few days back, where certain structures can change if you put them by other structures. So if I get a chance to show you, I will. But it involves a vampire mansion and a village. Let's see. I'll have to say goodbye to the third skeleton for a while because I have a way better build. Way better regen here. Way better magic HP, and there's a summon quality stat, so you might start seeing new skeletons.
What do we think the next skeleton has? Skeleton archers?
You'll have to. I won't spoil it. You gotta find out.
Skeleton mage?
Skeleton barbarian.
Oh, what is this? Skeleton Wolverine.
Oh, he looks cool.
But you're also right. There's also skeleton archers and skeleton mages. Once you get to up to 5 skeletons, you can summon 4 to fight with you up front, and then your 5th one will be at the back with a projectile weapon, whether it's like a magic staff. Or,
Can you summon anything that's like defensive? Like it'll take blows for you? That would be cool.
yes, but they don't have. I don't know if they have like a taunt effect or not. But they're the next skeleton that'll unlock after the warriors. I don't know if they have like an inherent taunt skill. I'd have to go check. But yeah, I just really like the necromancer because it's very stable in my mind. You're splitting your aggro, so you're not taking all the hits like the warrior and the rogue. So your minions can do take the hits for you, and you have this magic HP making you defensive. And then they have really cool traits as well. Hopefully, they pop up when we get there. Oh, this could be better. Skeleton level, and you're also leveling your leveling up your skeletons, powering their stats up with this skeleton level skill.
Skeleton quality.
Yeah.
That's kind of a weird way to word it.
See, we're gonna start putting down some road lanterns. You know what? Does the game make sense though? Like now that you've seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was
Considering before, I was like, oh, why isn't this on console? Like, I'd love to play it. I didn't know anything about it, but I'd heard it was like people were really enjoying it. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this can't be. On console.
The wording I've heard is addictive, and I can sort of see like it has that one more expedition, one more artifact sort of feel to it. Where you're just like, do I put it down yet, or do I just put 20 more minutes into it or whatever? I could definitely see that.
Had nights already where like I stayed up way later than I thought I would because of this game, because I'm like, I can do one more run. I can do one more run. I got this. I got this time.
Classic blunder.
But I can definitely see why this has the appeal that it has to like to 500,000 other players essentially. Okay, what do we have? This field practice would be actually pretty good doing now, but Ambitions of the Dead is also really good. I'll do field practice because this is a trait that will snowball over time.
Yep.
Spiders. Any spiders? I
No.
wish I had villages. Storm temples. Oh my god. Okay, what is Storm temple? Strikes 2 random targets within its range with lightning every 5 seconds. Lightning cannot be evaded. Okay, I have to be very careful on where I place this. Okay, this seems reasonable because it'll target only skeletons. If I have to place it here, it also targets spiders too. But it could also hit me. You know, okay.
Live dangerously.
That's right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's in battle. Okay. Sure. Ow! Ow! Oh my god.
It hits. It's indiscriminate.
Okay, I don't know about that. Alright. Hit the spiders, not me. Hit spiders. Hit spiders. Oh no. I'll hit my skeleton.
Well, it's not a big deal if I hit your skeleton. Maybe.
That's true. Don't hit me, please. Dinner table. +1 loop HP for passing the campfire. That's okay-ish. Let's do this here. Okay. I need a village. Give me a village.
Do you still have village in like your deck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I still have it in my deck. Sometimes it just takes a while to manifest.
Yeah, there is always that aspect of luck.
Blood Grove. Yeah, alright. Any vampires? Oh wow, I dodged that harpy. Oh, a sick dodge.
I didn't realize that was possible.
Yeah, like the harpy just like went on the tile right as I was passing it, so it just it was time and place. Barely dodged it. Oh, is this a quest monster? I didn't notice. Oh, it can't be a quest monster for the village, which is a really tough one.
Wait, how many cards can you stack up at the bottom?
A lot. It'll eventually go to the point where it'll start destroying the first one. But I haven't counted how many. This is good. This is. Am I willing to sacrifice one skeleton level for that? I don't know. Skeleton level is pretty vital.
It's crazy to me that you're not even halfway through that like boss meter as well.
And yeah, it's already scaled up so much. You definitely feel the ramp or whatever.
Mm.
Swamp. It just gets scarier and scarier every loop because you never know which of these mobs are just gonna be like, no, you're dead. you're absolutely dead. What is that? Living has a soul. Okay. Is this good? Oh, this gives me another skeleton. I lose attack speed and defense. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh wow.
Treasury. There we go. I've been waiting for a treasury. That there. And that's how you can just get rid of most of your hand after one thing drops.
Oh no.
You're taking hits.
I know, this is bad. This is not the run. This is absolutely not the run.
Well, if you die here, that would be a good place to stop.
Okay, I can have up to 4 skeletons.
Oh,
Ooh.
maybe.
Uh,
Oh no.
oh gosh.
Maybe.
Please? Oh no!
Oh.
Oh wait, I can resurrect because of the crypt. That's right. I can resurrect.
Yes.
Yeah! We're alive!
Wait, how many times can you resurrect? Just once?
I think
I
so.
think,
once
I think it just
per
said once.
Grant you 1 resurrection after hero's death. Yeah, so there's.
So
I
maybe that's
forgot
a good
about.
sign that the next time you're at the campfire, you should bail out.
I mean, that's just lightning. I mean, my
Yeah,
build's
Storm.
pretty-
Yes, Storm Temple is maybe not great or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if I should get rid of that Storm Temple. I don't know. It worked against me that time, but it could not screw me over next time. Go, summon more. Oh. Please. Oh my gosh. Where am I? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to my 4th skeleton. Oh my gosh.
Mr. Bones.
There's so many spiders. I hate this. So we're gonna put more spiders.
To warn people for arachnophobia in the video header.
You guys said to put spiders. I only listen to you guys.
Oops, all spiders.
Traits. Okay, what do we got? Edge of Impossible is pretty good, but not gonna help me out here. I'm looking for a specific trait, and I'm hoping I get it in second thoughts. Yes, I got it. Residual heat. Residual heat is the shit. Basically, I get healed every time one of my skeletons dies. It's
I like
really, really good.
Very necromancer.
Dark.
Okay. All right.
Oh wow, he just took a. Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like the very first hit the spider got on you must have been like a critical or something.
This is the very start of battles is where it's scary. Once I get like 2 summons on there, I'm usually fine. No, don't. Oh my gosh. That lightning is not good. Oh, I get treasure. Treasure. Okay, I get 9. Okay, got that. Yes, I'll take that trade. I need to get rid of this. That one. Grove. That here. I don't want to put down another spider cocoon right now. I think we're good now, though. We're pretty good. We're pretty good. Don't be afraid.
I can maybe see the deserts becoming useful. Like just over time, you just stack up a whole bunch.
Jesus.
What is that thing?
Goblin leader.
Looks like a pig.
I'll take that. Actually, yes. I don't want to give up too much of my regen right now. I really need a ring that can replace this but has regen. I'm sad that I have that the third type of skeleton hasn't manifested yet. My summon quality is clearly too low. Where do I put this? We're almost there. We're almost to the boss spot. Look at that.
Get in there.
So this is the run. This is the run.
How quickly you change your tune.
The dream's alive.
Look at all those monsters, though.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared.
Seriously, in the lower left of the map that you have.
Oh, yeah. It is a nightmare down there.
You brought this on yourself.
Yep. That's the key takeaway from you died because you brought it on yourself in this game. You're the one who built it.
Hey, the lightning bolt actually helped you there.
See? Told you it was worth it. Oh, we have a special monster coming up too that gives really good equipment. Hopefully we can make it there. Please have something good. I'll take that. You know what? I'll take that. This one skeletons. No. I'm waiting for a treasury spawn. I'm just thinking, like, how does a rogue survive this? There's no way a rogue survives this.
I'm not convinced your necromancer can survive it.
Look.
Ouch.
My necromancer, pretty baller. Look at that. Laughs at the danger. Just ha. I feel nothing. It's nothing.
What is that? Like you have like a second HP bar. You know what I mean? Like there's like a shell.
Yep, that's magic HP.
Oh, that's what that is.
So
Okay, I saw that in the tooltips for some of the items. All right, now I know what it is.
Yep.
Which makes sense that you want to have a bunch of that to start before your skeletons spawn in.
I'm gonna start just building these. You know what? I wonder if anything happens if I surround this.
Oh, items.
Yeah, but I wonder if you. So I'll keep an eye on that.
I'm really intrigued to see like what a boss looks like in this game as well. Like what does a big encounter mean when most of the encounters are kind of like automatic? If that makes sense.
Yeah. They get pretty crazy. Ooh, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Okay, here I go. Mosquito and vampire, nothing.
This isn't the run.
This is the regen, summon quality, skeleton level. I gotta keep that summon quality. I still think that's keeping me from having only skeletons, basic skeletons. All right, here we go. This guy is this is where magic happens with equipment.
Oh yeah, the flesh golems.
Yeah, if you take him down, you get a lot of neat equipment, but he hits very hard. There's the third type of golem that's about to die, the skeleton guard. So there you go.
Ooh.
Yep.
First target. So he's like a defensive golem.
Oh my gosh, go.
Or defensive
Okay.
skeleton.
Oh, yes. Nice. All right. Summon quality.
Lowers your evasion, but you get better skeletons and summon quality.
Yeah, I might just take that. This one is better defense, evasion. Oh, but I lose regen. I'm not going to lose regen right now. No. This one, attack speed. This one actually has a lot of skeleton level because of the skeleton level bonus. Attack speed. Attack speed is actually really good because that affects how fast you can summon skeletons. But I'm losing. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm willing to take that trade. This is where it gets scary, man.
Look at all these spiders.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Good. We're good. Come on. Summon. Just summon.
No.
Okay, stop targeting me.
Evade Necromancer.
It's too
Yeah.
tense for a game that you can't control the combat of, in my opinion. Like, it makes me uncomfortable watching it.
Just completely a dice roll.
Please. Oh, I'm dead.
my God.
I'm gonna die here. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna die here. So this is what it just turns to. You're just like, am I gonna die here? Am I gonna die? No.
You're gonna die here.
Oh,
Holy crap.
Oh, barely.
What?
Just barely.
You still got like a billion more spiders to go to. I don't think you have any chance. You should have bailed while you had a chance.
fail.
I can still bail. Just have to give up all these, but I can still bail.
Well, bailing's better than getting killed.
That's true. I mean, look at this. So what are our chances that I'm gonna survive this with 42 health and magic HP? Is this it for our hero?
Yes. Well, are you really a hero if you're a necromancer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I think.
Yeah,
You have to bail.
if it were
I think
me,
that's a lot.
I know it's kind of the safe chicken way out, but you're like, what are the chances you're gonna make it like through all those scarecrows?
There's two
Public
quest
game.
monsters here.
Oof.
and then,
Got
and, then
like probably at least 100 spiders like between all the enemies.
and my 2 Oblivion cards just burned up because I had the max deck size, so like I can't even take out tiles.
That's rough.
But this lightning tower can just kill everything, though.
Including you.
I'll just kill everything. No, that's Loop Hero, guys. I mean,
No, thanks
I
for
don't-
showing it to us. It's very difficult to get a grasp on everything when you have to explain it in a podcast. And I,
Watching this, the saying that comes to mind is the game gives you just enough rope to hang yourself.
that is actually very fitting.
But yeah, I mean, it is, like any roguelike, you're working towards, you're doing runs, trying to get your resources, and slowly getting better along the way. Win or lose, you're just,
You learn something.
you learn something, you'll have a lot to learn, and all these materials, grinding for materials, resources, and, it seems pretty cool. I don't know exactly how long the game is at this point. Obviously, I'm only up to the second boss. I don't know how many stages there are. And as you can see, there's still a lot of features that I haven't unlocked. But there's just like an early look at Loop Hero.
No, thanks for giving us a chance to show it. Thanks for getting the chance to show it to us. Obviously, we do have the episode of the podcast where we talked about it, which was 194, which is also on YouTube.
Yeah, I hope I did.
No, you did a great job.
Yeah, I hope I did an okay job showing it. And then, hopefully, if any of you listeners, now have watched this video after listening to the podcast, it kind of makes more sense what I was trying to describe on the podcast.
Yeah, but until next time, stay safe, take care, and we'll talk to you then.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Later.